Hello everyone and welcome back to STW Sports, and today I'm going to be going over my Premier League predictions for the 2020-2021 Premier League season. Of course, the last few days, if you've been keeping up with the channel, I've gone through my League 2, League 1 and Championship predictions. However, this time around, I'm going to go for the top tier of English football, the Premier League predictions 2020-21. Of course, this shapes up to be an interesting season as usual. I'm going to crack straight on with it. 20th, West Bromwich Albion. Yeah, unfortunately, West Brom, I don't see you lasting more than a season in the Premier League. West Brom were relegated back in 2018, but they finished bottom that season as well. I can see the same this time round as well. I just think there'll be a different outfit this time round, West Brom under Slaven Bilic. I think they'll play better football. I think they'll be better to watch than what they were last time they were in the Premier League. However, I don't see West Brom doing well this season. I think they'll have a couple of good results here and there, but I think they'll finish rock bottom of the table in the end. I had to have one newly promoted team to struggle, and that team, in my opinion, will be West Brom. Yeah, I'm having them to finish rock bottom of the table overall under Slaven Bilic. I think it won't be a successful return to the Premier League for them. 19th, Burnley. Yeah, this is brave, and I almost feel like this prediction is going to go horribly wrong at the end of the season, and Burnley will finish mid-table as usual. However, I just think Burnley remind me a lot of Stoke City. I think they'll have that one bad season where it all goes wrong for them, and in the end they get relegated. And yeah, I think this could be the season. The thing with Burnley is, and to be fair to Sean Dyche, he's done a great job at Burnley over the years. I think they don't sign enough players, and I think eventually that will catch up with them. And yeah, I think this season will be that season for Burnley. I think they'll struggle, and I think they'll finish 19th and get relegated. Yeah, it's a brave prediction. It's one that could go horribly wrong at the end of the season. I'm well aware of that. But yeah, my risky one in this list is definitely Burnley to go down in 19th place. 18th, Sheffield United. Oh, I've gone for two risky ones, actually. Yeah, Sheffield United had a very good season last season under Chris Wilder. Got great victories over the likes of Tottenham, Chelsea and Arsenal. They had a very good season, Sheffield United, to be fair to them. 9th place finish. No one would have predicted that at the start. This time round, though, I'm going quite the opposite for them. I'm going to say Sheffield United will finish 18th in the Premier League, be relegated. I feel bad for saying this, really, because the job Wilder did last season was superb, but I think the second season syndrome is going to catch up with them. I worry a lot about Sheffield United's strike force. Yes, it did well enough last season. I just don't see Sheffield United coping too well this season. I think we will go back down to the Championship, even though they had a great first season. I can see them getting relegated this time round. Yeah, it's a brave prediction again, like Burnley, but I think they will get relegated to the Championship. 17th, Newcastle United. Yeah, this seems rather strange, bearing in mind the last couple of days, Newcastle have made some good signings. The likes of Callum Wilson, Ryan Fraser and Jamal Lewis arriving at the club. However, I do think they'll struggle a lot more this season, Newcastle. Yes, Steve Bruce didn't do too badly last season. In fact, Bruce did quite well last season, actually. Much better than what a lot of people, including myself, expected. However, I think Bruce still isn't the right man to guide Newcastle forward in the long run. I think they'll struggle a lot this season. I'm predicting a 17th place finish. I think they'll stay up, but not by much. I'm predicting a relegation battle this time round for Newcastle. 17th place finish, an underwhelming campaign once again. 16th, Crystal Palace. Yeah, again, rather brave. Crystal Palace aren't usually down this low. However, Palace ended last season really poorly. And again, Palace, they've not really had a decent striker. Okay, Jordan Ayew had a good season last season, but other than that, they haven't had a decent striker for a very long time. I think this season's the year it catches up with Palace. If Wilfried Zaha leaves, which we seem to say every year especially, I think this could be a struggling season for them. I don't think they'll get relegated, but I do think they'll be in the mix a lot more. A 16th place finish I'm going to go for. But yeah, I do think it'll be much more of a struggle this season for Palace. The end of last season wasn't good for them. And yeah, I'm predicting a much more difficult campaign this time round. 15th, Aston Villa. Yeah, Aston Villa were right amongst the relegation battle last season. Looked dead and buried until the end. They did stay up, and I think they'll do so again. I think they'll be there and abouts in the relegation battle, really. But I do think, though, this year, Dean Smith will have more time to get it right. I still think Villa have got work to do in the transfer window, but I think they're going to make more signings, and I think that'll be enough to keep them up. 15th place isn't the best finish, I guess, but it's something Villa. They'll stay in the Premier League once again, I think. They'll just about have enough quality in the end. Again, I don't know what the future holds for Jack Grealish at the moment, but if he stays at the club, I'm expecting another good season from him. And I think Villa will just about do enough in the end. A 15th place finish, not quite the relegation scares of last year, but I think they'll remain a Premier League club. 14th, Fulham. Yeah, this one is, but a lot of people are saying Fulham will instantly go back down, which did happen, of course, in the 18-19 season. I think Fulham will be alright this time. I like Scott Parker. I think he's a good young manager. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. And I think Fulham will learn from their mistakes last time. Yes, Fulham have still signed quite a few players, but I think Fulham will learn from their mistakes of a couple of years ago of signing way too many players and just not being a team. I think Fulham will do better this time around. A 14th place, a little bit of a relegation battle here and there during the season, but I think they'll do enough in the end, Fulham. I think they will remain a Premier League club, and because I hope they do, to be honest. They've got some decent players. I like Scott Parker as a manager. So yeah, I think Fulham will be in the Premier. I think they'll learn from their mistakes last time out. Again, Bray, this one could go wrong and Fulham could convincingly go down, but I'm going to say Fulham will remain a Premier League club. 13th, West Ham United. Yeah, a bit better than last season, but I still don't think West Ham fans will be too happy with this. I'm going to say West Ham 13th place. It's not great, but it's a very David Moyes-like finish, really. You know, I don't know if Moyes will be in charge the whole season, of course, but yeah, I think West Ham will have a bit of a better season. I don't think they'll really be in the relegation battle too much, but I'm expecting a standard mid-table season of a 13th place finish for West Ham, really. That's just where I'd put them. They've got some decent players, but I don't see them progressing too much up the table. Yeah, solid 13th place. 12th, Brighton and Hove Albion. Yeah, one team I do like the direction of is Brighton. I think Graham Potter last season came in and did a much better job than what a lot of people expected, playing a much more expansive style of football. It did cost Brighton at times, and at times they got outplayed, but overall I think Brighton were quite promising last season. I'm going to say 12th place. I think Brighton will have a bit of a better season this time round, get a few good results here and there. Yeah, I'm going to say a mid-table finish for Brighton, 12th place. Most Brighton fans will probably take this, to be honest. I think they'll do all right. I like the direction Brighton are going. I'm going to say a little bit better than last season. 12th place, decent finish for them. 11th, Leeds United. Yeah, I'm expecting a pretty decent return to the Premier League for Leeds. I think Leeds are going to build off a lot of momentum. Leeds haven't been in the Premier League for 16 years now. I think Leeds are going to take that well into this season. They're going to take the confidence. I think Leeds will get a few big results here and there. I don't think they're going to have a special season like Wolves did when they came up a couple of years ago and finished 7th. I think 11th place, about mid-table, a successful first season. Yeah, I think that'll do for Leeds, really. I think that'll be a successful season for them, a mid-table, few good results here and there. I think, yeah, that sounds about right for Leeds and Marcel Bielsa's men. I think they'll definitely take that. 10th, Leicester City. Yeah, this one seems a little bit harsh, but you've got to remember how badly Leicester ended last season. Leicester City were in pole position to get into the Champions League places, and that didn't happen. Leicester City, to be honest, they did bottle the Champions League places last season. It's only their fault that Manchester United and Chelsea got in there over them. But yeah, I'm gonna say Leicester will finish 10th. I think they'll start the confidence of Leicester. I know they've had a season break now, isn't going to be the highest. Jamie Vardy will slow down eventually. I'm not sure it'll be this season, but I think he will eventually. I'm going to say Leicester will finish 10th. It seems very, underwhelming if you're a Leicester City fan to say 10th, bearing in mind the season they had last year. Europa League commitments as well. I think it will get on top of Leicester. And I think they'll have a much more below par season, 10th place. And I think they might even lose a few players the season after as well. Yeah, I do think Leicester are going to struggle a lot more this season. 9th, Southampton. To be fair, Southampton have done excellently since losing 9-0 to Leicester. Ironic I'm having them in 9th place. But yeah, I'm going to say they will get 9th. I really like Ralph Hasenhüttl. I think he's done a very good job at Southampton, especially since that 9-0 defeat. And they've got Danny Ings scoring goals as well. They're quite good defensively, as we saw in that amazing performance against Man City last season. I'm going to say Southampton to finish 9th. I think they'll have a good season. I think Danny Ings will be amongst the goals again. Yeah, I'm going to say 9th place for Southampton. I think that sounds about right. Be a successful season, have a top half finish. Yeah, 9th place for me. 8th, Everton. Yeah, Everton have had a good summer, I'd say. The likes of Decore, James Rodriguez and Allen all signing. 8th might seem a little bit below par for Everton fans' expectation, but I think the top 8 is going to be really strong this year, much more stronger than it was last year. Everton, for me, will do better than last season, but I still Don't think they'll finish above 8th. 8th place for me, I think, is where I see Everton finishing. Without doing too much, yeah, I'd say 8th. It sounds about fair, really. I do expect the top 8 to be strong and Everton to be a part of that. But yeah, not quite breaking anywhere near the top 4. I'm going to say 8th. A decent season, but yeah, maybe a kick on the following season, maybe. But yeah, 8th place for me. 7th, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yep, like the last couple of seasons, I'm going to say Wolves will make it a trio of 7th place finishes. Yeah, Wolves, you know, of course, no Europa League this season as well, no European commitments. I'm going to say Wolves will finish 7th, and I think that's not too bad, really. I think that Wolves fans should probably take this. Of course, I expect the top 6 to be quite strong this year, as I said about the top 8. I think Wolves will have a good season again, though. They'll get a few good results here and there. I think they'll just be Wolves. They'll do what they've done the last couple of seasons. And yeah, I'm expecting a 7th place finish for Wolves and another pretty good season for them as well. 6th, Arsenal. Yeah, a lot of people know I'm an Arsenal fan. We'll probably expect to rank Arsenal higher in this video. Yes, we've won the FA Cup and the Community Shield in recent times, but I'm not getting too carried away. As an Arsenal fan, I still know there's a lot of work to be done to this Arsenal team. I'm not getting too carried away. We finished 8th last year. It was a very disappointing season, really. I think we'll do better under Arteta. I think we'll accumulate a lot more points, but I expect us to move up 2 places to 6th. Yeah, it seems underwhelming, but yeah, we've still got the Europa League, don't forget, as well, commitments in our way as well. I'm going to say a 6th place finish for Arsenal this season. I think we'll do a lot better. I think we'll still have to rely on Aubameyang, but yeah, I'm going to say 6th place, and that for me is where Arsenal are going to hit this season. 5th, Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, it almost hurts to rank Tottenham above Arsenal, to be honest, but I do think that's the way it's going to go this season, unfortunately. I do expect Tottenham to finish just about above us. Tottenham's record, of course, against Jose Mourinho's record in particular against Arsenal is brilliant. I'm not saying they're going to win the meetings this season, but I just think that Tottenham will just shade Arsenal out. 5th place finish for Tottenham, I'm going to say. And yeah, I think Jose will just about do enough to get them 5th place. Not quite Champions League football. I expect them to just miss out on that. But yeah, I'm going to say 5th place for Tottenham. 4th, Manchester United. Yeah, Man United had a very promising end to last season. They look a promising team going forward, Man United. If they can get in Jadon Sancho and possibly a centre-back to partner Maguire, I think United could even rank higher in this list. But for now, I'm going to put them 4th. I think United could do quite well. To be fair to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's proven a lot of people wrong. He's done a better job than what a lot of people thought. I'm going to say 4th for Man United. I do think they'll break into the top 4 again. But yeah, I think 4th place, it seems about right for United this year. I think the top 3 are going to be very strong indeed. So I think United will get 4th. In the end, I think they'll battle Tottenham and Arsenal, but I think they'll just about have enough. Yeah. 3rd, Manchester City. Yeah, slightly controversial one this. I'm going to say Man City will finish 3rd this season. I think Man City, I look at their signings, they're not too bad, but I'm going to say 3rd place. I think they've improved in certain areas, but yeah, 3rd place for me seems about right, to be honest with you. Because the 2 teams that have had above them, I think, are going to be very strong this season. Man City have made improvements, but I don't think they'll win the Premier League. In fact, I'm having them to finish 3rd. Just like Pep's first season, I think they'll fall a little bit short this time round. 2nd, Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea have had a very good transfer window. However, it may look very good on paper, but it all depends on if the team clicks on the pitch. Chelsea have a lot of promise going into this season, and I expect, you know, a lot of people especially expect big things from Chelsea and Frank Lampard. Lampard's under a lot of pressure. If Chelsea don't challenge for the title pretty much till the end of the season, I think Chelsea fans, Raymond Abramovich and Chelsea fans may consider that a failure. But yeah, I think Chelsea will have a good season. I think they'll finish 2nd and be in the title race, but I don't quite think they'll get there this season. Possibly the season after, but yeah, the signings look good. If they can click on the pitch, Chelsea are going to have some season ahead of them. And first, Liverpool. Yeah, I still think Liverpool will win the Premier League this season. This is a prediction that might seem silly at the moment. Yes, Liverpool haven't had the most convincing pre-season and they lost to Arsenal in the Community Shield. However, Liverpool didn't have a good pre-season last season and they lost to Man City on penalties in the Community Shield. So I think Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp will regain that winning mentality. And this Liverpool team is a very good team. It's still got a great winning mentality that we saw last year. I still see Liverpool getting enough results to get them over the line. And I think they will retain the Championship and win their 20th top flight title. it seems bold. It was very hard choosing between Liverpool, Chelsea and City. I think those three will be very strong this season and right up there. And below that, I'm expecting a top 4 race between Man United, Tottenham and Arsenal, which Man United will win in the end. And of course, to be relegated, I've had Sheffield United, Burnley and West Bromwich Albion, which are bold predictions, especially Sheffield United and Burnley, but that's what I'm expecting come the end of the season. But yeah, that is my list. If you disagree with anything, please let me know in the comments below. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I will be back soon. Making a return on Monday will be my Premier League Team of the Week, and with a couple of added plots in there as well that I'm going to be making a couple of adjustments to the channel this season. But yeah, I'll be back soon with more videos. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.